Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a continuation. It's week 3 of Road to 100K in payouts. I've gotten a couple payouts while I haven't been posting, but I'm not going to add that in here. I really want to be able to document everything and really put it all into one series so I can just keep adding on to it, make it a road to 1 million and keep going up from there. In the last video, I had my top step accounts, got some payouts, and then, we ended the video there. We're in just a bit different of a spot now, so I'll go ahead and fill you guys in what has all happened over the 2 or 3 weeks and where we're at with accounts and everything else. Everybody caught up to accounts. We have 3 MMFU accounts, 1 Take Profit Trader, which is currently in eval, and then 2 straight to funding FX or Tradeify accounts. Big question everybody might have is, where are the top step accounts? And honestly, for right now, I've bought 2 Tradeivate accounts, but I haven't been able to connect them to the copier. So I'm not gonna, continue buying 3 to have 5 and then maybe not connect to the copier. I've been trading them side by side. The evals as well, but they have, the same total P&L as these. I sent in the Discord, you guys can see the short that I took right at 6 p.m. open. Profit from that short here. I went ahead and tried another entry long, and I'll accept tapping the limit here, maybe at an OTE. Pretty sure we're going to use this failure swing as an anticipated failure swing from this turtle soup right at 7 and then continue us back to the gap. If that doesn't happen, oh well, we're still green. We're just losing like $100 of profit or so. Even a loss, as long as it's a decent trade, overall good idea, I'm never mad about it. I'd rather take the trade than miss out on the opportunity. And it's not a FOMO because I have to, have a narrative and understand the trade and make sure everything's good to go. I still hold a lot of my trades to the daily range, whether it be, 2 micros runners, 3 micros runners. But with having a lot more accounts, I'm able to risk a lot less, but even make, a little bit more. I know I used to trade 5 top step accounts and the compounding effect is crazy on that. Especially when I get my 5 top step accounts connected to this times, the other 6 or 7 accounts, we're really going to be doing work. And then, I'm going to get into Apex as well. Just their rules and everything with that is just, you guys know, it's just infuriating to deal with. We said we're going to let this one run, see what we can get to, and then go from there. All right, everybody, I kind of woke up late, but I'm going to go ahead and show you our trade from last night. Went ahead and smashed, and I'm all ready to go. I'm finna go help my pumps out, but it's like 42 degrees outside. I'm not really rocking with it. Our P&L for the day, and then literally just like the other night where we had our London reversal here at 3, same exact thing right at 3, and we were able to hold. I think we held to like the 6 p.m. high, and then I kind of missed out on the rest, but I'm not too worried about that. Alrighty, I made it to the shop. I'm gonna go ahead and help out my pops here and head back to the house probably like an hour or 2 just to help them out real quick. I'm gonna conclude my first trading day, so I'm gonna go ahead to a car show now, then kind of get back on when we see the charts open up Tuesday, and then hit you guys with the trade then. Done and the money made, so now I'm just trying to make content and do what I can to get better here. I'm taking another trade here. One account is down like $60 because it's the contract change day, and I had to place the trade twice to get the copier to work. So that's whatever. I don't even know how I lost 60. We didn't even move that much, and I'm not risking a lot at all. And you guys can see Tradeivate, obviously the accounts are copying. So this one's kind of more just this SMT at this low here, the swing low, into an end dog 6 p.m. continuation. We'll kind of see the month, the weekly and daily profile are still cooking up. So we'll kind of see what we're working with near the end of the week. Risking less, obviously we've had some pretty bearish price action. And naturally just with how much I've been able to long with the past 2 or 3 years, that's kind of all I've been doing. So just been missing out on some of the short moves. I've taken shorts. I've just not shorted, to the amount of like holding 1,000 ticks like I do long. So we've been doing all right. But as you guys can see, we had a good, decent day yesterday. We're going to try and bring that into the day. Just risking light, trying to compound sessions. $200-$300 Asia session. If London has a trade, take it. If New York AM has a trade. So I'm not really trying to force trades, just letting the chart tell me what it wants to do and then, following that plan. Wanted to update you guys. We did take an L, as you can see, but we did find ourselves placed in another trade. I told you guys I wanted to use that gap, but usually when I'm able to get stopped out, we have this obvious BPR, hourly order block, and displacement. It was obvious to find an entry, from that soup to the low, break even, and then go past the low. The obvious gap we had on the 30-minute here, there was no reason to like fully go break even, like a mechanical model. We also have this gap here, and we're almost just getting real close to edging my take profit. So probably going to end up getting the full TP here soon. Probably for like a $200-300 day, like 2-3 RR there, and then probably just secure that trading day. Today's Tuesday, so we'll maybe be looking to trade probably Wednesday FOMC. I record it because we edged TP for like 30 minutes, but we went ahead and locked in some profits for the day. Alrighty, so I forgot to record the day open. We ended up taking a little loss. You guys can see for about 274, but we entered in another trade. Open, obviously, we shorted there and then got an SMT at that low. Got an SMT with YM, ended up reversing, giving us a clean buy model into a break. So entered there, added in some more. So if these cons end up hitting, we'll be in some profit. Realize probably about 200, and I might just let one run just to see what it can do, because we definitely have some room to the upside into this internal liquidity. Boom, alrighty, we smashed TP. Sadly, with us taking another loss right there, I had to close that one runner that I wanted to keep, because at that point it would have been questionable if I had a $200 day. Obviously, I was looking for more than just $200, but with us taking an L here and everything else, our trade played out to the low resistance. We're looking at 200 on each account, so there's no reason to get greedy here, especially the day before FOMC. Wanted to jump in for 2 seconds right at the beginning. I understand the mic cuts out. I'm very sorry. I understand now that I need to hold it like right at my mouth. So sorry about that. Okay, so I completely forgot to record. This is after FOMC. We opened with an end-dog, had a clear continuation, at least to, OT of the range. So that's where I took my profit. And I think we may have secured a payout for this week. I'm not quite sure. At least on one of the accounts, I'll have to check on the others. But a good trade for the 6 p.m. open, and that makes us 4 for 4 on the 6 p.m. open this week. On the accounts that I may have secured a payout on, I'm not going to trade those, but in the morning, we do have unemployment claims. Might try and catch that, as well as, Friday to end the week off. So, not quite done with the week here, but we'll see how we continue into the end of it. Alrighty, so we have secured one payout, like I said, on one of the MMFU accounts, so you guys know it's capped at 1200. Other than that, I found myself in another trade, kind of cover it for you. I know there's not an in log, but I'm kind of going off the continuation, even though I know these lows look low resistance and we have an SMT at previous day high. I'm more going off the daily and weekly profile, and even this small fractal market maker model back into OT of this order block, at least expecting some type of mitigation back into OTE here, where I'll take some of my profit and let like 1 or 2 cons maybe run to previous day high. SMT with YM, and one small tip, just an SMT with YM and ES or MMQ doesn't have one, you can more look at it like we're inducing liquidity into these highs. That's why I'm still able to long and kind of go off these lows, and that this is an OT, right? We've induced liquidity, we've displaced, now we have an order block, moved right into it to move higher, at least above this high, break even, take some profit off, and then let the rest run and see what it does. In that trade, we're gonna be requesting our payout, and we are also, just gonna be moderating. This is probably one of my lowest probability trades of the week, especially because it's Friday and the SMT at previous day high. I'm not really feeling it, but I'll still, still get willing to give it a low risk go. I'm covered up, but as you can see, today's date, and just a small $1,200 request. 2 seconds later, we get that payout approved message. 554. 555. The previous video, I know it's not the most in the world, but really it's more covering account cost, and I think not 80% of that's profit. Since I stopped using Top Step, they let out the new rules where you can only reset and have so many accounts a month. So after I blew my expresses, I think it was like 1 or 2 more payouts during those weeks or months, and then I stopped trading with them because I didn't want to get banned because I was buying too many accounts or resetting too much. So went ahead, as you guys can see, got the take profit, got the MMFU, the Tradeify, and slowly stacking different accounts. And I'm gonna get right back on a Top Step. I'm trying to add my account that I have now onto the copier, but for right now, I'm just taking those trades side by side. So we're doing pretty decent. You know, might end up with 1L. Like I said, not really feeling the most confident in this trade, but you know, risk management set appropriately, I'll probably lose like 200. So it'll barely, you know, take away yesterday. It won't even take away yesterday's profit fully. So it's perfect for me. And I'm also not taking the account or taking the trade on the account that's getting the payout. One account right now with Top Step, but it's with the Trade-Of-8, so I use it on TradingView. As soon as I can figure out how to connect it to the copier, boom, I'll have it right on the copier, and then I'll add the more accounts. If I can't, I'll just use it right on Top Step X and just trade them side by side. That's no big deal as well. Really, the main goal is like 37 accounts, right? We got 5 with Tradeify, 5 with Take Profit Trader, 5 with Top Step, 3 with MMFU, and then 20 with Apex. And I'll be doing Apex last. I'll probably secure a payout on each of the accounts before I even try with Apex, because to me personally, I don't care if I blow the evals. I'll probably blow like 20 or 40 evals before passing the 20, just so I don't have to deal with the bullshit rules they have. I know I'll have to deal with those rules on a PA account, but I'd rather deal with those rules, trade the accounts like I've been trading them, and you know, deal with those rules, but actually be able to make money versus, you know, them being evals. Get that and say, oh, you're just blowing accounts. But honestly, the time versus the money spent on the accounts, to me, right, I don't want to be like, oh, I have the money to spend, but I'm not going to waste time on the evaluation accounts when, you know, I can pass them in one day, just buy 20 more if I fail them. So, you know, obviously there's a point. I'm not going to do like 100, right? I'll probably do 20, 40, 60 at most. That's, I don't think I've done more than 3 and failed all 3 in a row. I mean, it's happened before, but not recently. And, you know, the last time I used Apex, passing in one try wasn't the worst, especially the 50Ks, because you only have to get, you know, it's not like an insane amount. It's just I think it's like 100 or 200 ticks, something not wild at all. And not even a couple seconds later, we hit that stop loss. So not that it was a perfect week, but every day ended off green. So I'm not just going to be chasing in the morning to catch a green day. I'm really going to try and take a good trade in the morning, even if I find one. If I don't find one for Friday, then this is how we end up on the week. The progress for the other couple of days. So having one red day at $200, I think I'll manage that. Especially, you know, even if I take another trade and I end up losing $200. Oh well, you know, I can live with that. It's not really the biggest loss in the world. As you guys saw, we had an $800 winner, $400 winner across 6 accounts, so we're doing pretty good. Secured 1 payout. So whatever happens tomorrow, if I don't trade, if I do trade, whatever happens, happens. Still a great way to end the week. Alrighty, so that's gonna end off our trading week. Right now, I'm just gonna end off my week. The main thing I have to do is work on my car. I would have added some driving clips, some pieces of me driving, but other than that, I don't really have anything to do. I have a long list of shit I want to get done. It's getting a lot cooler out. You see I'm still, you know, I got long sleeves on. It's not the warmest out, but I want to get around to painting the car as well. So I think I'll be way like happier posting it as well, because it looks like shit right now. Just looking at it, it looks like a turd. So, I mean, I don't really care how it looks per se, because I just care. I mean, I work on, you know, I don't do body work. I used to like mainly work on cars, so like the engine, suspension, anything like that. But did it when I was 17. I can't even remember when I did it, but it's been like a good little while. But it's definitely time to get it done again. I have the availability to do it. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below. Also, first thing in the description, just join the Discord. I'm active if you guys have questions any day. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.